Welcome to the Perapera Podcast, a show to help you improve your English step by step. In our Eiken Speaking Series, we prepare you for the Eiken speaking tests by providing examples you can listen to and learn from. Whether you're studying for an exam or just want to practice speaking naturally, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Eiken 2 Speaking, Card 1. Read the passage silently for 20 seconds. Then, read the passage aloud in 1 minute, starting from the title.
Owning a pet. Nowadays, a lot of people are very fond of having pets at home. The most common pets around the world are cats and dogs. Some people also like small animals like hamsters or rabbits. Owning a pet can be done by buying a pet at a pet shop. Some people go to such shops and buy pets, and by doing so, they can have their own pets.
Please look at the passage. According to the passage, how can people have their own pets?
They can go to pet shops and buy pets.
Please look at the pictures and describe the situation. Describe each picture in 2 sentences. And your story should start with the following sentence. One day, Yuki was talking to her father about having a pet.
One day, Yuki was talking to her father about having a pet. Yuki said, "I want to have a pet." Later, at the pet shop, her father and Yuki looked at the different pets, and Yuki found a dog that she liked. Yuki's father thought about Yuki going on a walk together with him and the dog. A few weeks later, at their house, Yuki was feeding her dog, and Yuki's dad was thinking about building a dog house.
Now, I will ask you the following question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. Some people say that it is okay to use animals for research purposes. What do you think about that?
I think it's okay to use animals for research purposes for 2 reasons. First, I think we already eat a lot of animals, so it makes sense to use them maybe for research purposes too. Second, I think that it's good to use animals for research purposes to help humans.
4. Now I will ask you another question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. These days, many people prefer to retire abroad rather than in their home country. Do you think this is a good idea?
I think it's a bad idea. And I think it's a bad idea for 2 reasons. First, I think it's a bad idea because then older people can't spend time with their families. They're living in a different country. Secondly, I think it's bad because they're going to maybe buy a new house in a different country, and then they have 2 different houses to pay for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Eiken Speaking, Card 2. Read the passage silently for 20 seconds, then read the passage aloud in 1 minute starting from the title.
Becoming independent. Nowadays, young adults aim to become independent. One of their goals is to rent an apartment to show that they can live on their own. They usually rent studio apartments because of their cheap rental cost. Young adults rent such apartments near their office or school, and by doing so, they can be independent and save money at the same time.
Please look at the passage. According to the passage, how can young adults be independent and save money at the same time?
They can be independent and save money at the same time by renting apartments near their office or school.
Please look at the pictures and describe the situation. Describe each picture in 2 sentences. Your story should start with the following sentence. One day, Shu was talking to Yui about their goals.
One day, Shu was talking to Yui about their goals. They were in the park, and Shu said, "Let's start exercising." That very next weekend, Shu started to jog in the park. Yui thought about walking her dog in the park, but stretched and relaxed. A few weeks later, Shu was running in a race, in a marathon, and Yui was watching with her video camera.
Number 3. Now I will ask you the following question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. Some people say that it is better to buy than to rent a house. What do you think about that?
I think it's better to buy a house than to rent one for 2 reasons. First, I think it's better because it's yours. You can paint or have animals without asking for permission. Second, I think it's better because you can have outside space. You can have a garden or anything really you want outside. That's why it's better.
Number 4. Now I will ask you another question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. These days, some people like doing extreme sports. Do you think this is a good idea?
No, I don't. I think extreme sports are a bad idea for 2 reasons. First, I think extreme sports are very expensive. For many extreme sports, you have to travel to a faraway place to do them. Second, I think extreme sports are dangerous. I have friends who do extreme sports, and sometimes they break their arms or legs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Eiken Speaking, Card 3. Read the passage silently for 20 seconds. Then read the passage aloud in 1 minute, starting from the title.
Managing time in college. College is the busiest time in every student's life. During this time, students become active at school. However, they find it hard to organize their time for studying and other activities. Students should use planner notebooks to help them keep track of their time and do important tasks. College students should use these notebooks, and by doing so, they can manage their time well.
Please look at the passage. According to the passage, how can students manage their time well?
Students can manage their time well by buying planner notebooks and using them to help them keep track of their time and do important tasks.
Number 2. Please look at the pictures and describe the situation. Describe each picture in 2 sentences. Your story should start with the following sentence. One day, Aya was talking to her family about studying abroad.
One day, Aya was talking to her family about studying abroad. She said, "I want to go to a university in the US." A few weeks later, Aya was studying very hard, and her mother thought it would be nice to give her some food. A few months later, Aya showed she passed the exam. Her mother was very happy, and she thought about making a celebration.
Number 3. Now I will ask you the following question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. Some people say that a person can still be successful even without going to university. What do you think about that?
I agree. I think that people can be successful without going to university for 2 reasons. First, I think being successful is the decision of the person. Sometimes being successful means making money. Sometimes being successful means learning. So for some people, being successful doesn't need university. Second, I think being successful is not about your university education. Many workers make money for jobs that are unpopular, that don't need university education.
Number 4. Now I will ask you another question. Please give 2 reasons to support your answer. These days, some people eat only vegetables. Do you think this is a good idea?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a bad idea to eat only vegetables for 2 reasons. First, I think if you only eat vegetables, you're also missing out on important nutrients that are found in fruit or other products. Secondly, I think it's not a good idea because you should never eat only one thing in your diet. If you only eat vegetables, maybe you'll get sick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening to the Perapera Podcast. We hope today's episode helped you feel more confident in your English speaking. If you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Please learn more and reach out for lessons at www.perapera.de. We offer lessons in German, English, mathematics, Latin, and more. The website is also linked in the description. Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll see you next time on the Perapera Podcast.